YouTube, what's up to all my shoe fanatics out there, man? Today, I got something a little different. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Real quickly, I don't have a lot of Jordan 4s, right? As dope as the colorway is, like I said, I came to the game late. And so instead of buying stuff just to buy it, no, actually, that's exactly what I did. I bought stuff just to buy it. And that's how I ended up with these guys, right? So now there's a pack of 4 Jordans coming out in different colorways that, even though I would like to bolster the amount of 4s I have, I'm being a lot more picky what I have. The reason why is because of these guys. So one of two things is gonna happen. I'm either gonna run you off from these shoes, or I'm gonna make you fall in love with them, right? So let's see what they are. Well, let's see what that is. Let's get into it, man. It's the Jordan 4 tattoo joints. There it is, all its glory. So the funny thing about this shoe is it has several different names. When I first saw the shoe, it was actually referred to as the laser. And then when I saw the real laser, I said, no, that ain't it. So then I started looking around again, and it's called the Jordan 4 Singles Day tattoo. Now, the Singles Day, if I recall correctly, is a celebration of something in China about being single. I'm not sure what the culture is there, but Nike decided to celebrate that day. And they released 2 shoes on that day. I believe one was a women's pair, one was a men's pair. And I think the women's pair was reminiscent of that Jordan 4 Hot Punch. And this was a men's pair that came out. Now, in the US, this shoe came out in December of 2018. And this is what came out for Singles Day, aka the Jordan 4 tattoo. This shoe was incredibly polarizing because either you love it or you absolutely hate this shoe. The way I stumbled upon it was this shoe, as I mentioned, if you saw that Bread 4 review, I saw that Bread 4 kicked off a love affair of Jordans for me, period. So what ended up happening was every time I was out, if I was at the outlet, if I was in the mall, I had to stop by a shoe store. I just had to. Especially the outlet, because you never know what kind of gem you can find there. So before I really got to the whole collection where you see this whole thing behind you, I was just looking for anything and everything. And so what ended up happening is I stumbled upon this guy and I picked him up for $104. Now, I didn't know the stigma that was attached to the shoe. I didn't know what the community thought about it. I didn't know whether people loved it or hated it. I just knew that I was trying to grow my collection. And hey, here was a Jordan 4 cheap. And how cheap? Cheap as hell, considering this shoe came out for $225 at retail. And I can say that this shoe plummeted in price. Obviously because there was no hype on it. If you look at StockX, the price is slowly creeping back up. I'm not sure what's driving that. It could be as time goes on and shoes become, phase out of existence, they become harder to find. And so that's naturally going to raise the price up. But people were sleeping on the shoe, man. They hated this thing. So as time went on, I said, hey, I have it. Let me see what I can do with it. Admittedly, I've worn the shoe one time only to the gym. And that's because I cannot find a damn thing to wear with this. Now you have this black, white, and red Bulls colorway, but just the tattoo-ness of it all just makes this thing incredibly difficult to wear. I'm gonna come into the camera a little bit and I'm gonna show you that all it is a repeating pattern of flaming basketballs. Now, I've never seen a pair of actual laser Jordans because they are rare and extremely expensive, but I believe that tattoo pattern was etched into the material, where this one just have this, cheap leather, well, the standard Jordan leather with, I guess, printed basketballs all over it. And as you can see on the back, it just has a blacked out Jumpman. I wouldn't expect Nike Air to be present on the back of this heel tab. Now on the tongue, it does have a Jumpman with the flight written in black with this, I guess, and I think this may be fire red. I believe this color may be fire red. As I mentioned, my boxes are all in the garage, so I don't have the colorways in front of me. But this may be fire red with this black and white, with fire red on the eyelets, as well as the Jumpman and around the midsole and on the bottom. As you can see, there is a little bit of dirt on there, so I'm true to my word. I do rock my stock, but I don't get a whole lot of use out of this shoe. Now, on the interior of the shoe, on the insole, I'm trying to hold it up to the light here. You do just have the black insole with the red Jumpman on it. And like most Jordan 4s, there is something written on the inside of the back of the tongue. And this does say Air Jordan written in some kind of funky script. that's not typical of the other ones that you've seen on my channel so far, but does stay true to the Jordan 4 heritage, keeping the little tidbits here and there about what the shoe looks like. So I'm going to hold on to the shoe. You know, it's not going to be a staple like I mentioned the Bread 4s are going to be, or like the Cool Gray 4s are going to be. At some point, I may offload this shoe, but I'm not going to give up on it. You know what I mean? This is a project and a half. You know, I got to be brave enough to really wear this in public, out. The time I did mention that I wore it in the gym, it was at 6 o'clock in the morning, and there was nobody there. You know what I mean? So I just put it on to say that I wore it, but at some point, I'm going to try to make this thing work. So I did a couple of on feet, and even when I did the on feet, I did them in the house so nobody would see. No, that's not the reason why. It was raining outside. So I did the on feet in the house, but I put a couple of pants options with this. So man, tell me what you think. You know what I mean? The shoe really shouldn't be that bad. I mean, it's busy as all hell, but black, white, and red, Chicago Bulls. I mean, that's what it embodies, the Bull heritage, man. And it's there. It's just busy as all hell. I think a great custom for this probably would have been to take all this leather and make it pure white. I don't know if that resembles the Motorsport Jordan 4 or not. I may be getting confused. Maybe the Fire Red Jordan 4, I don't know. But I mean, that may be something that's pretty cool, but it's just busy. It's just busy. I mean, it's a busy ass shoe. So you got to figure out how to make this work for you. I haven't got there yet. I'm sure someone has. I'll, you know, do some reconnaissance and see if this can be salvaged. But, you know, in the comments, man, tell me your thoughts and your true opinions about this shoe. I know majority of the people hate it, but something about it should work. Something about it should resonate with you. And I want to know what that is. You know what I mean? I can't quite down this shoe as the worst Jordan 4 ever. It may be close, but it's not the worst. On a scale of 1 to 10, maybe a 6, 5.5, 6. I think that's pretty accurate, pretty fair for this. You know what I mean? It's not great. It's not the worst, but 5.5, 6. That being said, is it a must cop? Absolutely not. There's no way. I mean, there's no way you have to have this shoe unless you just like dressing poorly. Now, that's your thing. Pick this up. You know what I mean? Because that will set off whatever outfit you got. This will be the icing on the cake. But if you think you got what it takes to make this shoe work, hey, man, by all means, pick it up. It can be had for under retail. Now, as I mentioned, the price is slowly creeping back up, but it still is well under retail. I don't know what Nike was smoking when they released this shoe for
$225.
I'm glad I got it for less than, I mean, I got it for 60% off, damn near. So for me, it was a steal. If you can find it at that price, I mean, by all means, go ahead. When the time comes and the collection is liquidated and reduced down to some really special and important things to me, this guy's not gonna make the cut, but I'm not gonna give up on him. This is no worse to me than these damn Jordan 2s Black History Month. You know, you guys saw that video, how I feel about that. So take a look. This is the Air Jordan 4 tattoo one more time, AKA the Singles Day. Let me know. Do me a favor. If you're this far, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. As always, follow me on Instagram, J_shoefanatic. Check out the on feed. Go down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on the Singles Day tattoo thing. And I'm out of here, man. Take it easy. Peace.